Hey there, aspiring viewers. Welcome back to Measure Stats Monday, where I show you how I'm doing in the 2017 Flip Challenge and my personal bodybuilding challenge, as well as how my business/brand is progressing. And by business and brand, what I really mean is just how many people are interested in hearing my story. And that's all I'm tracking, is how many people are interested, how many people are engaged, how many people want to hear the story, how many people are sharing my story. You might remember that last week I decided not to share my social media numbers. I just felt like it was self-serving and not very helpful to you. But I think it's because I needed to understand why I was sharing that, and I think I forgot about it. And the reason I was sharing that in the first place is just to share with you, to be open about what it's like to start a YouTube channel, share a story, vlog and blog. Because really what it boils down to, the brand and business is about having an audience. And I want to share my story, but I also like having an audience to share my story. And I hope that audience wants to hear the story as well as share my story. So that's the whole purpose of sharing my social media numbers with you. So anyway, let's dive into the numbers. Today I'm going to start with the 2017 Flip Challenge. The goal is to raise $20,170 by the end of the year. So far in revenue, I've sold $866 worth of stuff. After fees and expenses, my profit is $214. And after reinvestments, I'm actually at negative $125. I'm doing a lot better than I was last week. I've sold some of the items that I purchased at garage sales, and I bought a few items this past weekend. Actually, just one item this past weekend. This weekend wasn't as successful as the previous weekend. Because of rain, most of the garage sales were rained out, so we will try again next weekend. So on to the social media. So on YouTube, I'm still at 77 subscribers, and this week I am at 1,857 views. So it's almost 200 views from last week. On Twitter, I am up 10 followers, and on Facebook, I am grown by 8 to 30 followers. And the only thing I can say about Facebook is that I'm just consistently posting there and sharing content from there, and basically just get into the conversations. And on Instagram, I am at 140 followers. This one fluctuates a ton. I don't know what to say about Instagram. I think it just depends on what content I'm sharing. Sometimes I'm higher, sometimes a little lower. But the main thing is that I just continue to create content that I think you want to see and hear, but also that's still authentic to me. And it's just really about remembering to post stuff, sharing my Instagram stories, sharing Instagrams on Facebook, and posting to Twitter. And all of you guys are different, Those of you that are on YouTube are a different kind of community from those of you on Twitter and even Facebook and Instagram. So I'm learning to have basically different kinds of conversations in each of the platforms because they vary. So this is a good point to say thank you so much to all of you who are subscribed, following, who like my page. I appreciate you so much, and I hope that I can continue providing valuable content for you. So the last thing I'm going to go to is my bodybuilding goals. And I've had an interesting week. The previous week, I did not exercise because I was getting over a sinus congestion, and I wanted to nip it in the bud as quickly as possible. So I took some time off and drank a lot of fluids and rested and the whole shebang. And what was interesting is that I gained weight. I gained a couple pounds, but I knew that it was just going to be like water and sodium. That's just kind of what happens when you eat pre-packaged foods. I was too tired not to complain, but I decided not to cook as much for myself that week. So fast forward to this week, and sure enough, as I suspected, all that weight is gone. I'm at 187.8 pounds, a little lower than I am expecting. I definitely am not trying to lose weight. I should say that. I am not trying to lose weight here. In fact, I've been trying to maintain 190, but I can only eat so much whole food. And that's the thing, is with whole food, it's actually a little harder to overeat. So I'm currently at 187.8 pounds. My chest is at 44 and a half, so I'm seeing some growth there, but I'm seeing some decreases over some other things. My upper arm is at 14 inches. Really missed that 14 and a half inches that I had before, but it is what it is. I'm really trying to increase my upper arm size a lot, but somehow it's just keeps getting smaller. I'm not sure what's happening here because, when I flex in the mirror, my bicep looks a lot bigger. But of course, I'm measuring it unflexed and it's smaller. So I'm gonna say that's probably due to fat loss. And I'll show you why. Forearm is still 11 and a half. And I saw another decrease on my thigh at 24 inches. So before it was 24 and a quarter. The week before was 24 and a half. So I'm seeing my thigh decrease in size over a period of time now. And then my calf is 14 and a half. That's still hovering between 14 and 3/4 and 14 and a half. I'm gonna keep an eye on that, but I'm not too worried about my calf size at this point. And I'm happy to report that now I'm down to 39 and a quarter in my waist. So I knew that was gonna happen. I was at 39 and a half the previous week or 2 weeks ago. I was up to 40, which was probably due to sodium intake last week. But this week I am at 39 and a quarter. And I did triple check that. So those are the numbers for the 2017 Flip Challenge, how I'm doing on my personal bodybuilding challenge, and how I'm progressing with sharing my story. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to hear more about my story and see other videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.